Hello, it's 6:16 p.m. Omar Rabaside, 25 Bamberg Circle in Toronto, October 6th, 2023. And I'm trying to turn on my microwave detector here. I'm doing a live demonstration for you, and I'm going to show you how the face expands almost instantly. So, and this is, it's an allergic type reaction, but it's technologies that's being experimented with here at 25 Bamberg Circle IME Target. Targets are used for experiments. So I'm going to show you the electricity on the hand. So this is unplugged. There's the electricity on there. So the sensor is where the hand is. Okay, so motion. The hand is burning. Maximum power. So on the face, and I'm going to take this. Show you the face. Look at the number, the electricity. The eye. Look at the RF, which is this number here. That's the right eye. And the light, you see, 2000 plus, blows up the face almost instantly. High RF and high EF, almost instantly, the face expands. So, which is really an allergic type reaction. So that's no motion. Motion. And of course, you sneeze because the nerve endings are being stimulated. See that? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and you can see the dark spots. There's a bit of makeup on. And you could also see the circular marks. That's because the technology that's being used is circular, which is why the marks are circular. Also, you see that lump right there? That's built up collagen because they're hitting the tooth. So the tooth right behind this area here is the gum gets inflamed, and sometimes to the point where I can't eat, which is the point, right? If your teeth hurts, then you can't eat. And also, I heard from the outside conversation at the window that they're trying to get my tooth removed, surgery, dental surgery. So they're trying to get me to go to the dentist and complain. The same way they tried to force me to go to the gynecologist because which I did several times, several biopsies, no cancer. But they keep doing it to make me go and have these biopsies done. And every time they do it, it's a different, sometimes the different doctors, sometimes different methods being used, and you end up getting scraped. End up with holes in the uterus. Because I was told that one gynecologist wanted a cross section of the uterus, so she dug right through, which is not a biopsy, by the way. I was told I was getting a biopsy. So when I asked about it, she said, "Oh, I need to get a good sample." So doctors are in on it. I'm a target. So Gil Furtado in the building is the manager, so everything comes to him. Gil Furtado has a file on me. So apparently he knows my my or some part of it, what they accumulated plus the lies. He knows my history with dating and so on, and he openly talks about it. He openly talks about recording me inside of my home and shows pictures. And he talks about, oh, look at that big bottle. What the hell is she doing here with this? Um, so keep in mind that these videos, doubles are used, and I just demonstrated your face can be changed, and people can say that and you look like the same person, but really somebody who looks like you could pose in these videos and be in different places and have people say, "Oh yeah, I identify that person there. She was right there with this person." And I think that's what the dirty cops are doing. They are falsifying documentation. They're taking false statements, knowing that they're running the program and knowing that the managers who are running the program for them are using doubles. Doubles are being used. So anything to frame the person and fix it with the judge. Framing is a big thing in this program. It's all one way. Targets are to be disposed of, used and disposed. So framing, you have to frame the person all the way through in order to cover the experiment that's being run. Much the same way as what I suspect the New World Order and Klaus Schwab was doing with the vaccine rollout and the COVID crisis, right? It was used, the crisis and the vaccines and the vaccine rollout was used to justify the digitization of our world and of us, basically, right? We need to have that vaccine passport. Okay, so I'm going to, so let me just wet my hand here. I always keep a cup of water close by because the ECG, the electrode that I use to take the ECG needs to be moist. So I'm going to do on camera, I'm going to do the right hand and the left eye. Okay, right hand, left eye. That's water. This big spikes is the water on the electrode. That's the blade. You're going to do 30 seconds of that. That's the blade. That's not a blade. That's the blade. Okay, so let's see what the diagnosis is. It says normal, and here is the ECG. See, there is arrhythmia there. There are two spikes. If you see, if you take a closer look, you'll see the waviness in that. Okay, so that's the right hand and left eye. So I'm going to do the right hand and the right eye. Okay, so let's see what the diagnosis is. It says normal, and let's see what the graph looks like. That's what the graph looks like. Still a bit of waviness there. Okay, so I'm going to do the left hand. That was the right hand. The left hand, left hand, left eye. Now you notice how tall those QRSs are? That's the tallest spikes. That's the electricity. So there is a lot more electricity in the left eye than there is in the right eye. Or in the right hand. It could very well be the hand as well, right? Those are blinks. Oh, and that is my being pulsed. It says too short, so you don't get a diagnosis. So let's do that again. And I'm getting an itch, of course, right here. So where it's itching, there's a lot of electricity. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to put the electrode where it's itching. Let's see what the electricity looks like. See that? But that's still too short. Okay, so it's cutting off on me. So I'm going to try to hold. I'm going to try to hold the phone close to the electrode. So you see how the right side of the cheek is bigger than the left, so the face is asymmetrical. So this is making you look masculine, number one, ugly, number two. And also, if the black people have it, the lips are also going to get swollen. The lips are slightly swollen as well. Okay, so that has been 30 minutes. So we have a diagnosis. That's the graph. And the diagnosis is this. Okay, so let's return to the eye. So the left hand, left eye. See how the Bluetooth is cutting off there? Oh, what the heck is that? That's not a blink. That's a pulse into the eye. I have no idea what that was. So it says normal. And here is the, see the arrhythmia there? Okay, so that's the left hand and the left eye. And the voltage is this. And the right hand, to the history, So this is the right hand, and the voltage is this. So that's the right hand on the eye, and the last one, the left hand on the eye. Is it? So the left hand has more electricity than the right. So let's do one last one. So the left hand, and we did the left eye. I'll do the left eye again. If we did the left eye, I think it was the left eye. See the shocks in the eye? See how high the QRSs are? That's the electricity. And it's coming from the left hand, because if I use the right hand and I place it on both eyes, the voltage is lower than if I use the left hand and place it on both eyes. So it's coming from the left side of the body. The electricity is coming from the left side of the body. So it says normal. So let's see the voltage. That's the graph. There was a dip there that you saw. And then look at voltage. So the voltage is almost 1 in the eye. So the voltage went up. So I was shocked in the last minute or so while I was doing it. That's how the electricity changes. So let's do the left hand. And the right eye. Oh, and it's not picking up. Isn't that funny? Oh, here we go. Sometimes the Bluetooth just doesn't work. There we go. See how high the QRSs are? And that's the jolt. And every time there's a pulse of electricity in the body, it cuts off the Bluetooth. Let's do that again. And the left leg is going. Okay, so I'm trying to get a connection here. They're interfering. They're interfering with the Bluetooth. Yeah, it's saying your recording will start once contact is detected. So the Bluetooth is being interfered with. So the left leg is going dead because the the blood supply in the left leg is being cut off because the technology is hitting the left leg, which is why I'm not getting a connection. There is, and I could demonstrate that for you to show you that I am being hit. And the neck is being, and of course there's hives. because of the electricity on my skin. Because I just got jolted, as you saw, the voltage increase in the eye. Okay, look at that. See the disconnection? It's going to take a long time for it to come on line. There you go. 90. 92. See that? Okay, so, and still not getting a connection here. Yeah, and it definitely did drop. Okay, so let me do it one more time. So I'm trying to get the left hand on the right eye. Left hand, right eye. And the left leg is going dead because the blood supply is being cut off. See how the Bluetooth is being interfered with? But look at the QRS, how high that is. Just as the right eye. Oh, look at that. So we're not going to get a diagnosis, but definitely um, I was trying to get the voltage. Left hand. Okay, so left hand. So I'm going to keep it close so it doesn't cut off. Okay, so that was a very interesting one. I was getting all kinds of shocks into the eyes. One more time. So this is what putting blocks in your way means. And if everything is based on signals, all you got to do is interrupt the signals. So just like they're hitting my phone, see, no connection, no connection. Just like they're hitting the phone, too much water in it. They're hitting. So I'm getting a connection with the left eye, but I can't get a connection with the right eye. Look at that. Left eye, right eye, left eye, right eye. No connection. No connection. Left eye, right eye. No connection. But you saw the voltage increase because you saw the QRS was higher. Okay, so um, that's a live demonstration to show you that I am being pulsed with signals. My body is heating up, my face gets swollen, my body gets inflamed, instant inflammation, which interestingly enough is a symptom of COVID, but it comes instantly and it goes instantly. So it's not COVID. I don't have a temperature. The inflammation um, builds up. If the inflammation builds up, and I am on a lot of anti-inflammatories, natural ones. I take ginger, I take garlic, turmeric, and these are also blood thinners. So if you put your blood in a microwave, it clots. So high RF, high EF will clot your blood. So you need to be on a blood thinner if you're a target and you're getting hit with these signals. Um, COVID, the doctors were using blood thinners as well. Um, so there is a lot of similarities. Um, this has been going on for measured data 3 years, going on 3 years now. So this is not COVID. I don't have a temperature. I also have puffers that clears up my lungs. Um, so yeah, so I take a lot of anti-inflammatories. I'm on aspirin for blood thinning as well, and pain, anti-inflammatory. So it's a combination of a lot of things. So the doctors will not prescribe blood thinners, and that's probably a good thing because there's a lot of side effects of blood thinners as well. So yeah, which is probably why I'm still alive. But you can see that the voltage in the eye, my eyes are being pulsed. Eventually, I will be blinded. I'm told outside the window by Joe Furtado, who has the contract for the cops, from the cops. So yeah, that was just a small demonstration, just a small demonstration um, of what goes on night and day. And last night, and I'll show you, and they're interfering with my with my cardio mobile because I'm seeing it's going red, but I'm not using the electrodes. So yeah. So these are the kinds of tricks that they use. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I was going to show you the history, last night's history. So here is the last. This is 3:30 to 4:30 roughly. See the uniformity of the dips. That's one. This one here is 10:30 to 3:08. So that was last night. That was last night. So some of these drops that went down to 70, the oxygen went down to 70. They and you saw this in the ECG that I posted if you're following my tweets. Some of these drops in heart rate was 60, 70 drop. So they were stopping the heart. So every time that went down to 70, they were actually hitting the heart directly. And Gil Furtado talked about it today outside the window. And the people he was talking with was shouting, a huge one, a huge, and they were talking about heart attack, a huge one, a huge one. Well, that's what he means. See how many times it went down to 70? Here's an expansion of that. How many shocks there is. And so that was, so somebody came online at 12:26 in the middle of the night. So, so here's 12:26. And then there were many shocks, and then there's this huge shock, and they were using haptics, so they were touching my body. So one of the reasons why my body is itching is because the technology that uses to touch your body. So when it hits your body, this beam, it pulses back to them because they're using a technology that receives signal back from your body when it touches it, like a sensor. And if you're living in a condominium setting, this is perfect setting, right? You're in a cage, basically. You're an animal in a cage being experimented with. So they are receiving signals back from your body. And the signals that they're receiving, if you do your own research about what haptic technology is, they're touching, they're actually feeling, getting the sensation of touch. So if they're touching you between your legs, then it's like a man putting his hands between your legs, which I heard Rick like. So I heard that I'm registered up with groping. So keep in mind that what this program is turning what's true into um, what looks like falsity and vice versa. So, of course, I don't grope, and of course, I'm not a prostitute, but they're doing everything to sexualize me in order to turn me into a sex slave. They're making me very common, and I'm being harassed anywhere I go, and I'm being called all kinds of nasty names, and the family is on board with this and taking part in it, and I'm supposed to internalize it, which of course is not happening. So groping, I heard some Muslim people reported that I was groping them. Of course, they're lying, just like the two Muslim women framed me with the help of the cops who wanted to get rid of me because I was exposing the program. So I was framed just like the two Muslim Sharia women being framed by other Muslim people as well. So some Muslim people in the building are taking part in this. And there are some old men. Yesterday I went out and they intersected my path as I was coming in. And some of these old men are accessing women in the building. So these are pedophiles. If they're accessing me, then they're accessing the kids. There was also there was also and my mouth is getting dry because I just showed you the electricity on the face. It's also inside of the mouth. The mouth is being pulsed inside of the mouth as because the teeth is being impacted all night. I have something over my face, but the heat just dries up my throat. And sometimes it goes through the shielding because they turn up the power so high, which I just showed you. Because for it to drop to 70, they have to stop my heart. It have to be stopped altogether. A steep drop of 70, 80 points in the heart rate. So it goes up to about 140. So they scan me, then they drop it. So then you have this steep drop, which that can only happen if the heart stops. So Gil Furtado, who's been trained in this technology, from what I gather from what his conversation goes outside the window from what he's saying, he's training other people. So he's making it common at the same time. But they are training men, especially, to rape women remotely because women are supposed to be subjugated in the New World Order. They're supposed to be at a second, a lower order than men. So the men are given the right to rape, and all fixed and all covered. The top of the police force as in the military, like Russell Williams, same idea. The women in the military are raped. The women in the police force are raped and sexually harassed. That's because the Masonic structure in these organizations dictates that men are higher than women, are more superior, and the men comes first, and women are to be raped into subjugation and for pleasure, because women's place are, of course, in the home and for sex and kids. That's it. No other, no other reason. So, and I, of course, went completely against this whole thing, and my family, who's traditional in their thinking, they sold me to the program because I wasn't falling in line with their belief system. So I'm not surprised at all that they're working with Gil Furtado and the corporation to have me mentally committed because based on lies, because and take away my property because I'm not falling in line with what they think life should be all about. So I'm going to end it there. I think 4 minutes. I'm not going to go on and on. So yeah, so yeah, the ugly look, the ugly effect. I thought I'd demonstrate that for you. There is no manipulation of data. This is what the Toronto Police is doing on behalf of the New World Order, which has infiltrated the police, the military, so that the police force have this contract, just like the Chinese are having carrying out experiments on behalf of China in Canada. There's spies, there's experimenters. They're using Canadians as guinea pigs because they're allowed to do it, all fixed and all covered, because a lot of people are taking the data off those experiments and using it. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I can go on forever, as you could tell. And I'm sure this video is going to be um, cut up, and words are going to change, and some words are going to be changed completely to change the meaning of what I'm saying. So be aware of that. But in order to get the message, keep in mind where I'm coming from. I'm a target. And keep in mind the consistency of what I was saying in the past to what I'm saying now. So if the words had changed, you'd be able to pick it up right away. Talk to you another time.